Hello, I'm Ethan Hua. I'm 15 years old and a rising sophomore at San Mateo, California. I'm the founder and head of the H.O.P.E uniforms program, and today I'd like to share with you my story. Throughout my middle school and elementary school life, I attended public schools where uniform codes were mandatory. I'm a strong believer that uniform codes offer many virtues. This includes unity, pride, and community building. This keeps students focused on their education and not on their clothes. The schools I attended to had a large and diversified student population. From Latino to Asian, to rich to poor, I had friends from all walks of life. Once we grew up together, one thing I noticed that we all had in common was that we frequently needed new clothes. For example, one winter I remember asking my friends why she was wearing shorts when it was freezing temperature outside. And what we answered was that he didn't have enough pants to last him until laundry day. On the other hand, I grew up my entire childhood with my ankles peeking from under the cuffs of my pants because I frequently outgrew my clothes. My parents would buy me new ones, and I eventually realized that the uniforms I outgrew were still in pretty great condition, but yet they're still destined for the landfills. Every time we moved up to the next size, my parents needed to buy me new uniforms to replace them, and over time this added to a substantial, meaningful amount of money and textile waste. My schoolmates were also sometimes wearing uniforms that didn't fit them properly, or that didn't have the appropriate attire because they outgrew their existing ones. After further research, I learned from an environmental study later on that 22 million tons of textile waste is annually contributed to landfills, and each single article of clothing takes around 25 to 45 years to decompose while releasing greenhouse gases like methane into the atmosphere. On top of this, the cities of San Mateo and Foster City, my home, have a diversified community across a broad spectrum of race and family economic status. For each child, the parent would at minimum need to spend around $80 for school uniforms, 3 tops and 3 bottoms at $13 per article. As with any growing child, each child would grow out of his or her uniform at least one size per school year. It is not uncommon for a student to go through 3 sizes, or about $240 of uniform expenses per school year. I thought this was a burden that could potentially be mitigated for the families all across my community. In 2019, I took action by launching the H.O.P.E uniforms program, HOPE standing for Help Our Planet Earth. I founded HOPE to address the critical intersection of educational, social, and environmental causes in my community. By partnering with the schools in my community, HOPE collects gently used students' school uniforms and redistributes them back to families who need them. Then, when they outgrow those uniforms, they can donate the uniforms back and simply request the next size up, thereby creating an eco-friendly cycle. During the COVID pandemic, I also created a website to be more accessible to those in my community. I made the website multilingual, English, Spanish, and Chinese, to support the many cultures in my community. I'm Ethan Hua. This is my story, and thank you for listening.